We are now going to be moving into our small statistics unit. So our first topic is correlation in line of best fit. So the first word is correlation, and what that means, it's a measure of the strength and direction of the relationship between two variables. And that's going to make more sense once we start looking at examples, but there will be different types of correlation based on the data. And we measure correlation by looking at scatter plots. And a scatter plot is a graph of the points with one variable plotted along each axis. So all of these are examples of scatter plots. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this first one. So we can see that the data points are increasing, and it says as x increases, y increases. So this is what we would call a positive correlation because it is increasing. So an example of a positive correlation would be something like the number of hours worked and then your money earned. Because the more hours you work, the more money you will earn. Right, looking at this one. So we can see that the data points are going downwards. And again, that's when you look at it from left to right. And it says as x increases, y decreases. So this is the exact opposite, and this would be negative correlation. So we can see that they are decreasing. So an example of negative correlation would be something like the hours of a cell phone left use, and then the percent of power left. So obviously, the hours of a cell phone use, that's going to increase, but then the percent power will decrease. So the more we use the cell phone, the less power it will have. So that would be an example of negative correlation. Looking at this one right here, so this it says that it's not a linear relationship because it's not going upwards or downwards in a line, but there is still some type of relationship or pattern. So this is what we call non-linear correlation. So again, this means that although it's not linear, there is definitely still a relationship. This one in particular is making like an upside down quadratic or parabola. Sometimes you might see like an exponential decay or exponential growth relationship. So something that might have this type of relationship could be time and temperature. So in other words, in general, I would say in the morning, the temperature is pretty low, and then it kind of peaks at a certain time of the day, and then it goes back down. Another example of a nonlinear relationship would be something that's like exponential growth, meaning like that. And that actually would be like days, and currently the coronavirus, it's growing exponentially. All right, our last example of correlation is just some random data points. So this has no relationship, and so therefore we call this no correlation because we can't really pinpoint any type of pattern. So no correlation, an example of that would be something like height and number of cousins, because those have absolutely nothing to do with each other. All right, so that is correlation. So you just need to be able to identify the different types of correlation, like positive, negative, nonlinear, and no correlation. Now, along with scatter plots, you will also have to find a line of best fit. So we're just going to do one example. So a line of best fit is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to create an equation using the scatter plot data that will create a line that fits best through the data. So this table shows years past and height of a tree. So this is given. So we're going to go ahead and create a scatter plot given this data. So this, the x-axis is represented by years. And then the y-axis will be height, and this is height of the tree, and it's in feet. So I'm just going to go by twos, and obviously this is not drawn to scale, not my best work. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and plot the points. So we have 1, 4.3, 2, 5, 3, 7.3, 4, 8.1, and 5, 10.2. Okay, so if we were to kind of figure out what type of correlation, I would definitely say that this is positive correlation because we can see that the more years that pass, the higher the tree is, or the more it grows in feet. So what we're going to do in order to create a line of best fit, the first step is to actually draw a line that goes through most of the data points. So I would try and use a straight edge, again, that goes through most of the data points. So something like that. It's definitely, you don't want to connect the dots like by going like this to touch each data point. You're just drawing a line using a ruler that goes through as many points as possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick 2 points that are close to that line. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one right here, which is 1, 4.3, and then 3, 7.3. Now, you might pick other ones, which means that you might have a slightly different equation, but they should all be mainly within the same region of numbers. So in order to find a line of best fit, we're going to find the slope of 2 points. So again, I pick 2 points that are close to the line, and I'm writing them out. And then this is a review from the very beginning of the year. So we want to find the slope, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that would be 7.3 minus 4.3 over 3 minus 1. So 7.3 minus 4.3 would be just 3, and 3 minus 1 is 2, so 3/2, or we could just say 1.5. All right, so that is the slope. So now we have, using this slope-intercept form, mx plus b, we now have y equals 1.5x plus b. And then what you're going to do is you plug in one of the points for x and y to solve for b, which is your y-intercept. So I'm going to plug in 4.3 for y, and then I'm going to plug in 1 for x, and I multiply 1.5 times 1, and I just get 1.5. And then I'm going to subtract 1.5 to get b, and b ends up equaling 2.8. So that means the equation for the line of best fit is 1.5x plus 2.8. The last thing I want to look at is, what does this actually represent? So what does the slope represent? Well, the slope is 1.5. We know that, but what does that mean? That means that the tree grows 1.5 feet per year, because that's what the slope represents. And then for the y-intercept, we know the y-intercept is 2.8. What is the y-intercept? That is the initial height of the tree. So that means that the tree was 2.8 feet when it was planted. Okay, so this is correlation and, again, line of best fit, which is exactly what your homework will be on tonight.